Yeah, strong at Southampton side have knocked the holders Arsenal out of the FA Cup here at the fourth round stage, and the Gunners' 6-game unbeaten run is at an end. Let's hear now from Mikel Arteta with Des.
Mikel, before the match we talked about Arsenal's proud history in the FA Cup. You must be bitterly disappointed to let it go.
Yeah, I'm really sad to be out of the competition. Congratulations to Southampton, obviously, to get through into the next round, but disappointed to be out and disappointed the way we lost the game, conceding a game in an area which we cannot give the ball away.
Was it the fact that you just didn't really get going until midway through the second half?
Well, we had some issues in the first half controlling certain aspects, a lot of unforced errors as well that were leading obviously with the high press that they do. When we break that pressure, we had in the first half 2 or 3 really important moments, but we didn't hit the targets. And in the second half we produced, I think, another 2 or 3 big chances, but not enough to win the game.
You've had a run of clean sheets at the Arsenal, but were you frustrated about the first goal, the fact that you couldn't actually get out?
The way we conceded the first goal is completely our own fault, and we cannot do that. We have to compete in this game. You know you are out, and we have to do that better, but it's a lesson.
Was it because you changed the side, you made it, was it just a lack of rhythm in that first half?
No, I think it was a very even game. The first half there were moments where they won a lot of second balls, and they are good when they have transition moments. They are dangerous, they hold the ball up really, really well. In the second half, obviously, we had some more quality, and you could see that we became much more dominant. We played much more in the opponent's half, and we created some chances, but it wasn't enough.
You gave some players a chance today. Did you feel some of those individuals took the opportunity, or
they all tried so hard? You see, it was a really intense game again. Southampton really demands you the best out of you because they are really aggressive the way they play, and the boys tried their best.
And does that have any impact on Tuesday night in your preparation Premier League game?
Well, I hope we can use that to be even more prepared and come here and win the game, which is what we have to do.
And you've freed up some space in your squad. You've cleared some people out. Watching today, do you feel there are positions that you still need to strengthen?
Well, we are looking in the market, see what else we can do. Obviously, we moved some players. We are a little bit short in 1 or 2 positions. Let's see what we can do.
Thank you, Mikel.
Thank you.
Ralph, you had a grip on this game for most of the match. I mean, do you feel you deserved the win?
Yes. I mean, we had, in the first half, I think, we had more punch, more power. In the second half, sure, it's always normal that the opponent then gets a lift. They make a few good subs with quality, and then it's still hard to defend. We must make a second goal. I think there was only 1 or 2 chances. I think the penalty for Longley was a clear penalty for me. In the end, then he can kill the game. But as long as it's 1-0, yeah, you never know. But the team was very disciplined today. Against such a strong side, it's always important that you are against the ball very good organised, and I think I've seen today 11 players on the pitch. They really worked hard for this cup win.
Yeah, you came at them with real high intensity from the start. You're forcing mistakes, putting them under pressure. They couldn't seem to get out.
Yeah, it's our identity, our philosophy. Everybody knows us so far, I think. But still, we had a lot of ball wins, very early ball wins also, and the last decision maker then wasn't always the best. I think we can create better chances at that moment, I think. But in general, I think especially our work against the ball today was very good, very committed, and this is always the key of winning for us.
What's the word you used? You used the phrase, I think it was nasty. It's nasty to play against when you have that high intensity and that pressing.
Yeah, if you want to win against us, you must also invest a lot, I think. And today we showed that we can also cover the 90 minutes. The subs, the 2 in the front were good. They tried to give us the lift again to give more pressure on them when they build up. You cannot let them too close to your box because there they have so much quality, and one individual quality action is enough that you concede the equalizer. We had 1 good save from Fraser. Again, a clean sheet for him is fantastic. Good team performance today.
Does that give you confidence going into Tuesday night, Premier League game, round 2?
Different game. I think they have also options for a few changes. For us, we must have a look. It was an intense intense game, but we have 2 days to recover and then we go again, yes.
And you've got to do it. I've already had this conversation with James Ward-Prowse. You're going to have to do it the hard way. You've got Wolves, another Premier League side, in the next round.
Yes, exactly. This is the same fixture, I think. First the cup game and then the league game. So do it again. Yes, it's good.
All the best. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
You pretty much dominated the whole of that first half. Maybe felt you could have scored more.
Yeah, I think we should have. I think our pressing was very good. We caused them a few problems, and we just lacked that second goal to kill the game. But I think defensively, right from the back to the front, we were solid and showed what we're about today.
Was that the game plan? High intensity, forced mistakes?
Yeah, that's it. That's what we believe in. That's the way the manager's got us playing, and we all want to play that way. So when it comes off like that, it's really pleasing for sure.
Of course, and that led to the goal. Of course, you did that.
Yeah, that's it. Like I said, we worked very hard in the week on our game against the ball, and it's about our decision making when we win it. And could have been a little bit better first half, but we got the all important goal.
And what does the manager say at half time? Just continue in that vein?
Yeah, that's it. We don't want to step off just because we're 1-0 up and we're against a very good team. We believe that we can do it against anyone. So they're going to have spells of possession, but I think we got through that very well.
Yeah, he didn't really come to life until the last 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, we knew they'd take a little bit more risk. It's the cup, you've got to try and take those risks. But again, we defended well, clean sheet, and lots of positives to take from the game. You
could see the intent at Southampton. It's a very strong side you sent out today.
Yeah, that's it. We want to win every game. The lads that came in from the academy the other night did very well against Shrewsbury, and we've taken it another level now. So a good time the next round, and looking forward.
Yeah, there's a lot of confidence in the camp, despite your ups and downs recently. What's it like working with Ralph? Because he seems to generate a lot of popularity amongst fans and the players as well.
Yeah, he's very energetic. He's very positive about the way he wants to play. He believes in it, and everybody around the club can feel the way that he wants to be, and everybody's buying into that and on the front foot.
Victory for Southampton here. You predicted it as Saints win, Peter, and they deserved it.
Yeah, I just felt that they would start well, and if they got the goal, which they did, you felt that they would hang on to it. Arsenal didn't get going, and as Martin said, really until the last 20 minutes where they looked a little bit sharper. But even then, I thought Southampton defended well and still looked like a threat on the break. What was disappointing about Arsenal's performance today? Well, there's a few disappointments. I think, like I said, it just didn't start. I thought they were ponderous in possession, maybe with Xhaka and El Neni in the first half, and Southampton just didn't let them play. They kept pressing them, they kept putting them under pressure, and Arsenal couldn't get out. And it was only until the second half, really, with the introduction of Partey, Lacazette, Saka as well, to turn their fortunes. They just couldn't break them down. Was there just not enough intensity, and then it all came too late? Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, you can't start like the manner they did. They were sloppy at times, and Southampton, credit to them, you know what they're going to do. You said it before the game what they were going to do. They were going to press them high up, and they were going to be intense, and they were going to win the ball back high up, and that's exactly what they did. And they could have had more in that first half, but they were hanging on perhaps at times, but I felt they were comfortable in possession, and they were a threat on the break in the second half. They started really well as well, Southampton, didn't they? Made the breakthrough in the 24th minute. Did that just come from how well they were pressing? Yeah, but it came from exactly what we were talking about. And El Neni again here, I'm not sure he's running up a dark alley. He didn't have any options, no one really helping him. And there was three players around him. It was good pressing, and they just got an element of fortune here. It was a crossing from Walker Peters. I think it's Gabriel that sticks out the leg, and it goes beyond Leno. It was a bit of a freak goal, but look how many players Southampton are getting into the box there. They were pressing high up, and they had enough energy to sort of sustain attacks, and it was a goal from sheer pressure, really. He'll be disappointed that it's not his first goal for Southampton today, but he did well. I hate taking goals off players, don't you? I mean, he doesn't want the own goal, does he? And Walker Peters would have loved to have had that, but I do think it was going wide. It was a cross, and Gabriel just stuck out a leg, and unfortunately, it's definitely an own goal. Especially when it's ex-Spurs players against Arsenal, eh? Hey, listen, it would have been nice. I'm no bias here, let me just say that, but it would have been nice for him to get a goal there. And then Arsenal did improve in the second half, didn't they? What changed? Well, they just realised they were in a cup tie. They started. They weren't on the front foot, and Southampton were. It was quite as simple as that. And second half, they realised they were going out of the cup. They were cup winners last year, and unfortunately gone out with a whimper today. And I think last sort of 20-25 minutes they realised that, kicked into gear, and it was too little too late, unfortunately.
Will that be the thing that disappoints Arteta the most? Do you think that they didn't match that intensity from Southampton from the start of the game?
Yeah, there's been an upturn in fortunes for Arsenal, but that's largely down to some of the players who weren't around today. Tierney, Smith Rowe, Saka was left on the bench, Lacazette. Those are the players that have really sort of kick-started Arsenal's season. They weren't there today, and I think it showed.
He left Smith Rowe, he didn't even travel. Will he regret that decision, do you think? Bearing in mind he came off the bench in the FA Cup tie against Newcastle and scored and turned it round.
Yeah, perhaps, but you can't be relying on kids, can you? You've got Willian, you've got Pepe, you've got top players on the pitch there. You'd expect to do the job today, and players really that haven't been in the starting 11 with a point to prove. So you'd expect them to come here today hungry, and showing the manager that they don't want kids to be playing in front of them. But I have to say that didn't happen, and they can't be knocking down the manager's door when they're dropped here again on Tuesday.
Well, Southampton wanted a penalty at the end of the game there. Shane Long went down in the box under a tackle from Holding. The ref waved it away. What did you think of it?
I think it would have been harsh to give it. It was, pass played in here. He gets the touch ahead of him, and I just think he pulls out. I think we've slowed it down so many times. I still can't make up my mind. Let's look at it again here. I just don't think there's enough contact really for.
Is he anticipating that contact?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there's it's a slight touch there, but we've had to zoom in on that and freeze frame it, and perhaps there was contact, and we've seen them give them and we've seen them not.
Let's bring in the expert, shall we, and talk to Peter Walton, former Premier League referee. Peter, what did you make of that incident?
Well, there's two things on that. First of all, the ball, which we can see, clearly goes out for a goal kick. Long got the ball, not the Arsenal defender. But VAR can't adjudicate on that because that's a restart. So that's not part of VAR's remit. In terms of the actual possible penalty kick, yes, VAR, David Coote, would have looked at that, but he needs to have clear evidence to change an on-field decision. And as Peter's already articulated there, it's a very difficult one to call, so you wouldn't see that as a clear and obvious error from the on-field official, and therefore we stuck with a corner kick.
Should it have been a booking for Long, do you think?
Well, that's a very subjective viewpoint in terms of cautioning a player for a dive as such. And as the on-field referee gives the corner kick, he clearly sees that's not to be a dive because he hasn't deceived him into awarding a penalty kick there. So, no, I don't think it was a dive, and I don't think Long should have been cautioned. Peter,
thank you very much. The right decision in the end then?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's the slightest of touches on the back foot. I mean, we're all looking at the first foot that goes in for the tackle, and it's sort of like the back foot that catches Long's foot. I mean, it was minimal of touches, and if we're giving penalties for that, we're going to give them a lot.